Welcome back to the channel. My name is Wong, and today we are showcasing a rally legend here on the channel, and this car is none other than the 1998 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 5 GSR. And just have a look at this car, guys. From every single angle, the EVO 5 just screams aggression, and it's truly such a special car in Japanese motoring history. So this Evolution 5 belongs to my good friend Henry, and he's owned this car for the past 3 years. It's still in immaculate condition for its age. It's a car that's nearly on 25 years old. Have a look at all the vents on this car. Everything is completely functional, and they were designed specifically for the World Rally Championship races. And you've got the lacquer duct, the vented bonnet, the big radiator grille. This car has an upgraded radiator intercooler. It's got these fog light covers, which look super cool. I am a big fan of the fog lights for the rally cars, but on the street, they just look so tough. And then when you make your way to the side, this car has probably the widest arches on a road-going vehicle of its era. And at the rear end, they're actually bolted onto the chassis, which is completely insane. And then this car has a lovely set of bronze TE37s. They just look so a treat on this car. The Brembo factory calipers finished off in yellow with some hand-cooked Ventus RS4 semi-slick tires. And then as we make our way into the interior, this is truly where this car shines because it looks brand spanking new. We've got an OMP steering wheel, a Beat Rush short shifter which is completely discontinued, some rally arts, gauges, also has the factory Recaros that just looks so clean for its age. We make our way around. The back end of the EVO 5, honestly, is just one of the most iconic things about this car. I love the triangular design of the taillights and this mammoth rear wing. It's actually gigantic. It looks like the car is going to take off, but it's because it's designed for the World Rally Championship. And so many rally car drivers had to follow this back end because it just dominated the circuit. And to top it off, this car also has this massive 4-inch cannon, which accentuates the sound of the legendary 4G63 turbocharged engine in all of these Evolutions, apart from the 10. However, this car has honestly been a dream of mine to drive. I drove the Tommy Mäkinen Evolution 6.5, which was an absolute beast. That car was bone stock factory. However, as you guys know, prices on the Tommy Mäkinen are just through the roof. However, conversely, I've also driven the Subaru Impreza WRX STI version 5 Type RA, which is a direct competitor to the Evolution 5. And it's going to be also cool to see how it stacks up with the Toyota Celica GT4 of the same era. Alright guys, enough talking. Let's go for a drive in this rally legend because honestly, it just looks so darn cool. If you guys have been enjoying the content, please don't forget to consider subscribing to the channel, and let's get into it. Here we go, guys. So keen for this, honestly. So I've never actually driven an Evolution 5 before. I've driven a 6.5. It's gonna be really cool to see how this car fares. Okay, gearbox is super notchy and it's kind of tough to get it into gear. I like that. It really has a good sort of heft behind it, and even the steering wheel feels lovely in the fingertips, and it's really extended out towards the driver. See how she goes, guys. Immediately jumping into the EVO 5, there's a bucket load of torque. This car is bone stock factory, and it's going to be a really good test of just how well Mitsubishi had developed this car way back in the 90s. It is a 25-year-old car by today's standard, and still, wow. The grip and the traction on this car is immense. The short wheelbase, the lightweight aspect about this car, coupled with the all-wheel drive system that is just so trick in the Evolution because of the active yaw control and amongst other trickery that this car has, it just drives like nothing else on the road, and immediately you feel that. When you step on this car though, the torque just builds and it keeps pulling all the way up until redline. It revs out to 7,400 RPM. It's such a visceral and engaging driving experience. It feels so raw. You know, they say that the Evolution does a lot for the driver and it makes you feel like you're a race car driver every time. However, The EVO 5 has a sense of experience, and it really does involve you more than even the Tommy Mackinnon, the EVO 7 and the 8s and the 9s. All the driving inputs feel so intuitive for the driving experience. It's just so focused on being a driver's car, and immediately you feel that in every single aspect about this EVO 5. And this is still a bone stock factory example. That honestly just takes me away a little bit. Jesus. You have grips throughout the entire corner. You can jump on the power right at the apex, and it feels so good. You know, it's so confidence inspiring when you're driving this car. It really feels like you're going at 1,000,000 miles per hour, and it wants you to do even more. It's scary how fast this car can really get up to speed. It's a test of your courage when driving this car. We are flying down here. We're absolutely flying, and this car still feels so compliant and composed. I've driven a lot of these all-wheel drive rally legends, and my heart always gravitates towards the Evolution because it's the most capable, it has the most potential for tuning, and the overall driving experience is just so unique because it makes you feel like a true rally driver, and still it is so involving of an experience that I honestly really struggle faulting this car. The Tommy Mackinnon is a little bit more refined, it does things a little bit better, and I don't really like that as much. I like the aspect that this feels raw, engaging, and so inviting for the driver that it makes you work for it. I mean, already out of the gates, it's got so much power, and the ability to just drive this car so fast from factory just blows my mind. The WXSTI GCA Type RA is more raw. It involves the driver a little bit more so, which is a lot of fun. And then the GT4 takes that even further. They're also unique and different in their own individual way. It really just depends on what your preference is when you're buying an all-wheel drive rally legend. But I think honestly, after driving the Trio, I think I would definitely have to buy the Evolution 5. It really is just a whole lot of fun to drive. And then if we have to talk about looks, I think this car takes the cake. And I can understand why so many people love the Evolution 5. And that's why prices on this car has truly skyrocketed in recent times. In the past 3 years, it's completely doubled, effectively nearly tripled in price. And to find one in good condition nowadays, you're looking at spending around the $40,000 mark, and for this particular car with only 110,000 kilometers, set out in this factory rare OEM black, it's really hard to come across. And I know parting ways with $40,000 is a whole lot of money. However, with the help of Fast and Finance, they make financing easy for buying any car here in Australia. So if you're looking to purchase a JDM Icon, a rally legend, an Australian car, you name it, with a panel of 30 lenders, they can help you with virtually any car. So I want to say a huge thank you to Fast and Finance for sponsoring this video. It's funny, I drove the Honda Civic FD2 Type R just the other week, and that car was absolutely beautiful to drive. It's definitely up there with one of the best front-wheel drive sports cars I've ever driven. And then now another week has passed and I'm driving arguably one of my favorite all-wheel drive sports cars. You know, I've just had such a blast featuring all these awesome cars on the channel, and I honestly couldn't have done it without the help of you guys. So I want to say thank you to everyone subscribing and watching the content. But other than that, guys, I really like it, and I can't wait to see just how great this car would be with a few bolt-on modifications, a tune, maybe even a bigger turbo. You it'll just be absolutely bonkers. I've had such a blast driving this car, and I want to say a huge thank you to the owner of the vehicle, Henry, for allowing me to showcase this beautiful car on the channel. I'll leave all the links to his Instagram in the description box below. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. In the comments below, tell me what you like about the Evolution 5, and as well as that, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Please take care. Bye for now.